Alright, what's up everybody? Welcome back to the channel, and I'm going to do a quick review on Season 2, Episode 7 of Superman and Lois. I just finished watching it. I am still on the road, as you can see, so I can't get to do a lot of reacting and all that. I'm doing my best. On the road for another week-ish, maybe a little less. Anywho, my thoughts. This was a great episode. Some of the stuff with Superman is some of the best of this season, in my opinion. As we saw at the end of episode 6, he was captured by Anderson and he's put in Red Sun. So the stuff with him, Superman is put into a cell with Morgan Edge. And I think they had done promos showing that already. I didn't watch any of that. Anywho, he's put in a cell with Morgan Edge. And Anderson's like, where is the creature? Bizarro. Superman won't tell him. So then Anderson tortures Morgan Edge, like puts a kryptonite collar on him kind of thing. And Superman sends him to the Fortress of Solitude. I was like, dude, you could have sent him anywhere in the world. Anywhere. Why? Now he knows that you have a fortress. I don't know. That was really strange, but sends him to the fortress and he sees, and Anderson doesn't go, but his team goes or something like that. And they see that he has the Bizarro, like the Doomsday suit he had. So then Anderson's like, oh, they've been working together since day one or something like that for a long time. Anyway, he comes back and Superman and Morgan Edge, they escape because they plan... they set up a fight. Like, the two of them start fighting in the cell. Some of the guards go in. They get a gun, and Talro, or Morgan Edge, looks like he's going to shoot the guard, but instead he shoots out the red solar lamp, so they get their powers back. They escape, and then Anderson goes after them. And they go to Morgan Edge's fortress, where Lara is with Bizarro. And then Anderson shows up there. I don't know. This is the thing that I don't get. How did he know where they were? How did he find them? I know he starts taking XK, he starts taking weapons and stuff like that, but that doesn't mean, it doesn't mean that he should be able to find them. I don't know. Anyway, he did. He shows up, they have a big fight. He starts beating both of them because he sends a missile there with kryptonite, so they're losing their powers or whatever. Excuse me. Anderson's destroying them. So Lara lets Bizarro escape because even Anderson tries to shoot him or something like that. So Bizarro escapes, starts fighting Anderson himself. And at the same time, I think Anderson tried to kill Superman with like a kryptonite bullets, but Morgan Edge actually saved him, jumped in front of the bullets, gets shot. So Superman flies Morgan Edge to the sun to heal, and Bizarro and Anderson fight. And Anderson is hitting him with kryptonite and makes him stronger, obviously. So then he starts hitting him with X kryptonite, makes him weaker, but then he kills Bizarro. What? He kills Bizarro. Sorry, spoiler alert, I should have said that. Kills Bizarro, breaks his neck. What is it with like let's kill a Superman villain by another villain that is a no-name? Anyway, he kills him, and that's kind of the end of the Superman story, more or less. Although Superman brings Morgan Edge, like, you don't think Morgan Edge is healed because Superman flies back to Earth and Morgan Edge is still like unconscious. But then he wakes up in the cell, and they actually have a nice sort of talk. He says, I can't remember exactly. I just watched it, but I can't remember. But Morgan Edge basically says to him, because they had an argument earlier, but Morgan Edge says, tell your son I'm sorry. I guess he means sorry for attacking him. And Superman says, maybe someday you'll tell him yourself. So, hey, this could be, honestly, the road to having him become like the Eradicator, like the superhero kind of thing for a bit. I mean, I know he fluctuates between like an anti-hero and sometimes a villain, so that's kind of cool. I'm down if they do that. Like, that would actually be really good. Um, yeah, and that's it. Then Superman goes home, and then it kind of ties in with some of the other stories that are going on. John gets in trouble at school because he takes a bag full of the puffers with XK from Candace. She's like, no, I'll get in trouble. Because all of a sudden the sheriff just shows up and everyone has to freeze, and they're searching their lockers or whatever. So Jonathan grabs the bag, and obviously he gets caught with it, and he won't tell Lois who he's holding it for. Like, Lois freaks out on him, understandably. I mean, I find it odd because Jordan and Jonathan are still at odds with each other, but I just find it odd that she would even assume he's a drug dealer. Like, I get it, okay, you got a lot of drugs, or I guess they're technically not even classified as drugs, but yeah. Anyway, I was like, come on, you know your son. Maybe he would take it, but even then, I know that's rough. But that's kind of like the whole story with Jonathan. You know, it's just Lois freaking out on him, Jonathan not telling them why he has them. Eventually he finally says, like, I took them because I wanted to be great. He tells Lois that, and because everyone else in the family was great, and he wanted to be great too. And then also Timmy was on it, so he wanted to compete with him, that kind of thing. And yeah, they're not like super understanding. Lois is kind of like, yeah, I get it, I understand, and I you know, Jonathan says, like, I didn't sell them, I'm not a dealer. And Lois is like, okay, I get that, but I'm still disappointed. That's understandable. You know, a parent would be very disappointed in a child taking, you know, performance enhancing drugs or whatever, or just drugs in general, obviously. What else? You know, more drama with Lana and stuff like that. The mayor basically says she's a horrible mom because she doesn't know what's going on in her family, and Sarah's upset. Now, again, this, I don't know what they're doing. Like, this is the thing. I thought some of the Superman stuff is some of the best. Like, I liked him and Morgan Edge working together. I like that. And yeah, I thought that was awesome. But with like, I don't know where they're going with this. Sarah, because Jordan is like, he's trying to be helpful, trying to be the boyfriend. You know, she says, you know, my dad left and my mom's been crying all night, and he's like, oh, I'm sorry. And I forget what he asks her, but it makes her snap at him for a sec. And I forget, I don't know if she was talking to Lana, but she says to somebody, like, Jordan doesn't understand what I'm going through. She mentioned something about Superman's shorts as a coach or whatever. So anyway, the point is, Sarah calls up the girl that she kissed at camp, and has a heart-to-heart with her, and says, like, yeah, I'm sorry I ghosted you, and anyway, asks her for advice about, you know, what to do, because Kyle has been calling Sarah and Sarah's ignoring him. So she asked this girl, Audrey or Aubrey, what to do. And I gotta say, there was more chemistry, though, between Sarah and this girl than there was between her and Jordan. I think it's odd. Like, this girl apparently drove 2 hours to meet her, and Sarah just goes, I'm sorry. And the girl's like, yeah, it's cool. You just, like, imagine you're a teenager, you drive 2 hours for a person that's ghosted you for, like, I think it's months. Let's say it's months. It might not be, but let's say it's months. And this person just says, yeah, I'm sorry, it was rude. Okay, cool. No biggie. I don't know, so weird. And I'm like, and then at the end of the conversation, Sarah's like, can we be friends? Yeah, I thought you'd never ask. Hug. Okay, bye. really weird conversation. It's so random that they introduced this girl anyway. I was like, I don't know what is the whole purpose of the Lang Cushing family cheating. I want to know why. At the end of the episode, Sarah or Kyle walks out of a store and Sarah's there, and and she asks, "Can we talk?" And that's how it ends with them. And Sam Lane was in the episode too, but he's just been saying, "Yeah, I got to call, got to pull some strings or whatever." In terms of this Anderson guy, but now he has to actually go to the DOD, because he's the one that recommended Anderson, and now Anderson is a criminal because he stole weapons and stuff like that. Even though, whatever, he stole weapons. And then it ends, Superman is finally home. He tells, he loses it on Jonathan. He basically says, "I thought you knew better than this, and what you're going to do is apologize to the principal, the coach, the team, and then we'll figure out how you were going to finish school, and then we're going to have a long talk." It's a very dad thing, and that's fine. I actually liked that. And then actually, I got to admit, Jordan Elsass, the actor, as soon as Clark leaves, he just breaks down and starts crying. Because, the whole time Lois has been saying, "You got to tell me who it is, because you're ruining your life." And Jordan won't, because it's his girlfriend. Or Jonathan won't, because it's his girlfriend. So, you feel bad for the kid, because he is a teenage boy. He's got hormones, and he's got peer pressure, and he's got a lot of stuff to deal with. So it's a very realistic reaction with him, I gotta say. It is real. So I'm curious to see what happens with that. And then at the very end of the episode, Anderson, the lieutenant guy, he finds Allie Allerston, which is a terrible name, by the way. I don't know if I ever mentioned that, but that's a terrible name. He finds her, and he has the pendant. And that's it. It ends with her saying, "This will change the worlds." Plural. So, yeah, that's about it. Like I said, pretty good episode. I actually really loved all the Superman stuff. At this point, I want Jordan and Jonathan both to get powers, because it's kind of frustrating that Jonathan doesn't. I like that maybe, they're putting him through all of this so he does get his powers, and I'll be down. I'll be down with that. Not much for Jordan to do, really. He was just kind of the side parts of the stories, he had known that Jonathan was on the drugs. That's about it. And so I'm still curious to see where it goes. I don't know how to feel about the whole Lana's husband and Sarah and their cheating. I don't know how to feel about that, and it bugs me that they're doing it. And Lana has a moment, because the mayor's in their diner saying, he talks about we are a family. The whole town is a family, and I forget exactly what he's saying, but he's talking about why he's so good, because I know everything in this family. I sing next to this woman at church, and me and this guy, we go on trips and blah, blah, blah. And then Lana shows up and says, "You attacked me at my lowest point." Does that sound like something that family would do to each other? And I was like, valid point. Boom. This town is weird. Just vote her in. It's so... Are we really waiting for the end of this season for the mayor vote? Come on, just vote her in already. Jesus. That's about it. I still think it's pretty good. It's getting better. And, I'm curious to see where they go with this stuff. Let me know what you think. Have you watched the episode? Let me know. Leave your comments down below. And thank you for watching the channel. Please be sure to like, share, and subscribe. It really helps me out. And I'll see you on the next one. Thanks.